well, like everything in between. And I should also add a gorgeous woman. So
Oh,
yes, this is Talent Talk with everything and Talent Talk is representing a brand of the Halas. And what we do literally is to make sure that talents are seen, talents are heard, they are remembered for what they know how to do and how they do it best. And
yeah.
that's part of the program we have today. So Talent Talk is where we have professionals come in to share their story because we believe that Rome was not built in a day. There was, of course, process before you got to this level where you are, and we like you to share your inspiration with us and our community, and this is what Talent Talk is all about. And I'm also excited that I am the face of the host of Talent Talk. So this is everything, and thank you. All right, Mary's Glam Effect. Who is Mary's Glam Effect?
Hi, thanks for having me. Thank you
Yes.
so much for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. My pleasure. So, Mary's Glam Effect is me. She's a young lady that had the dream years back, or you know, being creative. She have always been creative, even right from secondary school. I think it's from secondary school I started. Yes, I've
Mhm.
always loved makeup. I've always loved like putting things on my face. Maybe when I go to school, I said I was going to a public school at then, but you know how strict public schools are. But I still
Yeah.
put a lip gloss. I still put a little bit shimmer. That it was that's when I knew that okay, this is actually like something I would love to do to get. But I had to finish secondary school. And I finished secondary school. I told my dad that I wanted to learn. I told my parents that I wanted to learn like makeup. That I love. I have the passion for it. But my dad, you know how people are parents now. At that time, he said no. He said he's never gonna let me do makeup in his house. So
Mm.
I think my mom at that time was supportive, but you know now, his father is like the breadwinner. So if he says no, mom will always say no too. You get. So he said no. At that point, I was like, "What am I going to do?" He wanted me to go to school, and I wasn't just working at that time, but I know I wanted this. So I started going to like I started learning. I started working. I started doing sales girl. They call it
Mhm.
sales girl. Yeah. I started working to save up money because I looked at a place for makeup. They told me the price. I started working. So I saved up money. I got like this little makeup box then, like that time. I went to pay for the class. And when I got to the class, exactly when I got to the class, most people even the teacher that was teaching, I started teaching her. That's how I was like, what am I doing here? I started teaching her. I asked her, I was tying gele. I know how to tie gele. I started even teaching her. Like things that I'm doing, she doesn't even know how I'm doing it. Like who is teaching who? You're collecting my money. So I had to even stop because all the students now when I come to class, all the students they should go meet her, they come to me to learn. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not your teacher. So at that point, I knew that okay, this is something that actually going to be productive. So I started learning, YouTube. And at that time, I didn't even have idea about special effects. I didn't even my mind wasn't there because it's not something that is saturated in Nigeria. So I started working. So at that time, what I've done, I started having like small clients, come to the house. I started doing beauty makeup, tying gele. That time it was cheap, but so at that point what helped me go into special effect or was like because growing up we watch American film a lot. We hardly watch Nigeria films. My dad's a lover of American films. So growing up I'll watch this film and I'll see this actor, maybe Jack Chan. Jack Chan, they shoot Jack Chan this film. And I'm seeing the next okay, how is Jack Chan alive? Is it not Jack Chan supposed to be dead? Like, do you know that thought was going through my head? Like I'm like, how did they make Jack Chan come back to life in this other movie? So that's when the curiosity started building up. I was like, okay, I want to do this. You get like I want to have passion for it, and I did not just say okay because I can't have the availability. Okay, I should just stop. Do you understand? That's what most people do because you don't have the availability to things that you want to do. You just quit. I started doing research. Watching videos on YouTube and stuff. I noticed that the materials are very expensive. Like The materials they used to create stuff like that are very expensive. And number one, we don't at that time we do not have any store in Nigeria that sells it. So you're buying from outside, and you know the shipping fee and everything. You know how expensive it is. At that time, how much did I have? I've never started making money. Just my phone make up money. And I was into like do things, and you understand. And I started doing research for my own. I started mixing. I entered the kitchen. I started mixing and going. So I started mixing. That's what I started using. That's when I used fufu. I tried fufu. I tried eba. There's nothing I did not try. I used fufu. I looked at fufu worked. I was like, oh, really? This thing can work. So at that time, I started using it on myself, practicing, watch videos of practice. I used eba. I used different kind of things. Even to mix blood, I would just mix. But where I knew that this thing is actually for me is that when I try something like one time, I usually get it right. I don't have to try it 2-3 times to get it. That's when I know, okay, I shouldn't give up in this thing. I have to double the puzzle, double the pace, double everything.
Yeah.
Like, you understand? So I started putting more energy, my face suffered. Every second I am doing and cleaning, I do not give up. If I miss everybody in my house, when they see me, they start running away from me, my siblings. And they know I will say, come and sit down here. Let me They started running away from me. When they see, they will run away from I have no one. Mommy sent me message. Daddy sent me message. They did not send the message though. I knew that they got tired of me using their faces. So I started using my own face. I use my face. I'll clean, I'll clean. I knew it was for a better cause. Do you understand? I know, okay, let me destroy my body. I knew it's for a better cause. And it actually paid off. So I started doing that time. At that point, I think I got my first gig, my first film gig. When I got my first gig, it was from a friend, and a friend, this Clarice, you're doing this and you're posting. And I post. I'm not just doing it because I'm doing it and posting to the world for the world to see. Even though it's not like 100% perfect, but it's something that looks realistic, and that's what people want. That what the director want. That what producer wants. For you to be able to do something that looks realistic, even though you used to. That's what I used to do. You see my full videos. I do it, and it looks realistic.
Yeah.
You compare it with the ones that I use professional things, or you see there's no slight difference. Do you understand? So it's not basically about the materials, it's basically about your skills. It's about how you can use that thing to get. Some people will still use that for food and not get it right.
Yeah, it's true.
With time, I start every day I'm doing like 2-3 SFX loops for myself. I make sure I practice, I make sure my hands are strong. So it gets to a point, it's gotten to a point that if I see an SFX loop, maybe an SFX in a film, or if I see a real life injury or a real life thing SFX or event or something like that, I already know how to do it. I don't need to do my research again. Yeah,
Wow.
I already know how to do. I already know the materials that they use. I already know how they do. I already know the texture. I already know the coloring. I already know the layers. I don't need to go and be doing research again. That's because I have done the work.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the work in the past. I did my research. I understood colors. I understood textures. I understood everything that had to do with it. So that's when I see it now, I already know, okay, I already know how to do it. Do you understand?
Exactly.
That's what I tell people. Maybe that's why I tell my SFX beginners. I'm like, always do your research. Always work with real life events. I know it makes you fight now because if I want to have like projects, if you have like major projects, I have to search for real life experiences. I have to go to Google. I'm seeing real life. It makes me cry because I'm like, this thing really happens to people, and sometimes they make me feel because I don't like blood though. Forget that I'm doing blood. I don't like blood. I don't like seeing real blood. If I see my blood, I'm gonna pass out. I don't like seeing blood, but I make blood. I know it's fake blood, but when I see real one, I start crying.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the irony. So with time, I got my first gig. I went for it. I know it wasn't like, but that's what I knew that. Okay, filmmaking is another word from you learning it. Okay, you have to now understand filmmaking. So that's when the first one was terrible. My first set was terrible. I was yelled at because I do not understand the filmmaking world.
Yeah.
I did not have any mentor. Nobody pushed me. Nobody mentored me. Nobody said, okay, Carrie, I'm doing that for myself. So yeah, come to set, come at see. Nobody did that. I just went with like fine. And it was it was terrible. But later when I got home, I started doing my research. I started like doing research about filmmaking. I started reading about filmmaking, continuity on set, how to do this, how to do that. That's when so my second set is time from there. I started improving. I started, do you understand? So it's just learning, doing your research. You don't even need to sometimes when they say people like you need mentor, sometimes you need to be your own mentor. Seriously.
Mm.
You actually need to be your mentor. You don't need to go and be looking for people to mentor. Be your mentor yourself. There's no greater skill because those people that you are going to meet will not tell you everything that you need to know.
Yeah.
They are going to keep things. They are human beings. Still keep things from you because some people don't want you to succeed more than them. So that's why as yourself, you mentor yourself. Okay, read books that has to do with your field. Read, do research, real life experience. You know, even by the time you go online, when you go online and you see people writing, maybe you see people writing about filmmaking, you see people with true life experience. You see true
Yeah.
life experience that you learn from online. So you
Yeah.
can meet people that okay, I need somebody to mentor me before I go. No, you don't need mentor my dear. Go online, you do your research, learn. You will look, put your eye down. You
I
understand?
like
That's what they say to do. Put your eye down. You will know the secret of that thing. That's simple.
I like
I just
that. I like when you say you are your mentor. Like I like
mention
that because a lot of words, especially upcomings and those who have also transitioned from probably doing one thing or the other, and then they said, okay, maybe I like this whole thing, and how do I go about it? And then they are looking for mentor, not trying to research and all of this. Now, you talked about a lot of research. Aside social media, do they have like specific books for SFX makeup? Are
yeah,
there books,
yeah.
materials, other resources besides social media?
Research on their books. There are books you can read. Do you understand? Apart from books, there are no anatomy books. You go read anatomy. You know the human body to some extent. You not want to be a doctor. Just know the human body to some extent. Know how our body is when being exposed to maybe bones, how our body reacts. Do you understand? When being because our body reacts differently. The way a dark person's skin is going to react different from a light person's skin. So you have to know that. You have to know the texture. You have to know the layers. You have to know all these things. So that when you're doing it, it looks realistic. No, you're just doing it and it's just looking blood everywhere. No, there's no detail to your work. Do you understand? So that's it.
No, now you've really enlightened me and exposed me to a part of your job that I had no idea about. Talked about anatomy, and then when anybody hears about anatomy, of course, it has to be a doctor, like you said, or somebody who is in the medical field. But an SFX makeup artist, almost like what they're doing is a child's play. Now I'm beginning to have a better understanding of knowing how the burns are, and I will be referring you back to your work. There was I went to your page. There was a particular job you did, and it was really, really realistic. In fact, at some point when you were showing the process of how it was done, to me, I started feeling somehow like my body started itching, like it's my body. They're doing this whole thing. So you had a model. It was a male model. The back, the
Okay, yeah.
board. It
God.
was so realistic. You could see the comments, and people were like, "Ah, this thing, I know it's not real, but my body is, I'm
Yes,
really somehow,
yes.
I'm not okay." And then also there was another job you did. I think you shot that content with JG. I posted a video on my WhatsApp page, and I got a comment like, "What is this?" How did this person? How did you trust? So because we're seeing you all looking glamorous, all looking ready, and then in a flick was seeing something like how did this happen? So now, you said when you started, you had a little bit of struggle, especially with your family, like, oh, the normal Nigerian or African parent who want you to be a lawyer, an engineer, and then this is the path you chose. You must have done that at some point in your life. Did you feel like you made a mistake, you want to retrace your step back, or you still just wanted to forge ahead?
No, I've never regretted for once. I'm still forging ahead because I told
Mm,
myself I'm going to work in Hollywood. I'm going to work in projects. I put myself 10 projects in Hollywood. That's put 10 projects and I'm done. Like in Hollywood, 10 projects. I'm definitely going to feature in 10 big projects in this my lifetime. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm still going further in special effects, even though learning more when it comes, because this Nigeria is limiting us to so many things, especially creative. Do you understand? Because there's a lot of things I want to go into sculpturing, I want to go into food, but we don't have movies like this. They don't create movies like that in Nigeria. You know, when it comes to fictional characters, we don't create. You see Mystique, you see Avatar, you see so many fictional characters that don't have the creative in Nigeria. Because me, I'm also into I do character makeup. That's another aspect of special effects. We have special effects, we have prosthetic makeup, and we have character makeup, and we have it's so large, right? They have different branches. So I do character makeup and cosplay because that's another section of something I love. I love creating characters. I love turning myself into things. I love turning people into another thing. I love making it unrecognizable. Do you understand? So that's one thing.
You do that so well. Okay, so regarding the character makeup, I wanted to say kudos to Bananita. We're waiting for Apolino and Strawberryna.
I think somebody just sent me the video. I did Strawberryna for Jabis. I think she just posted. Somebody just sent me. Do you do? I just saw a notification. Do you do this one?
Okay. So what are we expecting next?
Jabis, right?
That was so realistic. So you made mention of the prosthetics. These are also branches of SFX makeup, character makeup, aside the regular one that we know. Now, that's something pertinent I wanted to ask, right? When I went through your bio, you've worked for a lot of international and home brands.
Yeah.
Kudos. And you did make mention of also Netflix. You work with featured on Netflix. That's really amazing. How are you able to do this and still stay consistent? Because people would want to, know, okay, how do I start? How do I get brands to see me? How do I even get to that level of where I get people collaborate with me, not just because of Instagram or Facebook or what have you, but because of the fact that these brands are calling me out. I want to be there. I want to make something out of myself. How did you do it?
So first thing I said, believe in what you are doing. That's very important. Believe, have that claim. I don't just do it because you just want to do it. If you don't do it because you just want to do it, you should be going because you should just be going anyhow for you. But if you focus and you believe in that thing, you know that okay, you want to accomplish this, you're seeing yourself in this space. Do you understand? Have a dream. It's good to have dreams. Have dreams and believe in that dream and work towards it. And I like I said, keep doing it. Keep doing it. No matter how sometimes I feel like drained or I feel like, but no. The more I start having that the more I increase tempo. I don't use that tempo. Like if I feel weak now, maybe I don't want to shoot content, or I don't want to do a certain makeup. That's when I wake up. I say, okay, Mary, girl, we are doing 3 content today. We have to put 3 contents. We have to post. And one thing, make yourself visible. Post. That's the only thing. Make yourself visible. Even though you don't have Instagram, post on there are people on WhatsApp. I got my first gig from WhatsApp. The first film job was on WhatsApp. I posted on my master's app. Somebody from my WhatsApp posted on his own personal WhatsApp. So person now will shout, this person, I need this for a few minutes. That's how I got the gig. Instagram was not a thing then now. That was Instagram was not a thing. It was WhatsApp. That's why I post my works on WhatsApp. That's when I got the job. So keep posting on Instagram. No matter, even though you feel that you're not perfect, keep doing it. Keep posting. People are watching you. People are seeing you see people on my WhatsApp. If you check my Instagram on my Facebook, or people like, Maris, I know when you started. I'm seeing a lot of improvement. I get that comment. Maris, I'm seeing a lot of wow. People watch your growth, and that's when it's so beautiful. When people watch it, like, it's not this girl that used to do that thing that she's not doing it like this. Oh wow. Do you understand? You see, they'll start posting for you. If people see something that is good, they will post. They'll start post from there. Start meeting people. So just post your work. Always know the right audience. So have your audience, okay? You know, okay,
Yeah.
this is your audience. You're targeting these people. You're targeting these people. Have your audience. Do you understand? Like me now, I said this 2026. I don't really go for team jobs like that. Anything
Mm-hmm.
jobs that has to do, I have my own. I have something else that I want for. That's why I'm going to more of like being an educator, right?
Okay.
Because film job is actually very stressful, especially in Nigeria. It's stressful. See, there's a lot going down in that world. That's a world, another world on its own. Do
On
you
its
understand?
own.
So yes, so there's so much going down, and it's very stressful. I don't have time. I don't have time to do it because I have other things that I want. I want to be. I want to be this figure. I want to make an impact. I want to have an impact in this world. Do you understand? I have other things. So me, film takes that part of me away. Even though
Yeah.
I love doing filmmaking, I now notice that it's not. I don't just love doing filmmaking. I love doing special effects, and I love teaching it. So
Yeah.
it's different things. If I don't like teaching it, I would just be okay. Let me just be doing filmmaking all my life.
True.
I found out that I love. It's not just me loving filmmaking. I love special effects. I love creative art. I love creativity, and I want to teach it. And filmmaking is taking that time away from me. So that's why I said, okay, I have to. What can I do to balance it? I don't want to leave filmmaking totally, and I don't want to leave special effects totally. I want to
Yeah.
balance it. So that's why I decided that I will not be taking so major. I have students, I have people that are trained. So when jobs come for me, I know, okay, this one can handle this one. I'll go, okay, go handle this one. I'll supervise. I'll supervise from afar. Do you
Mm.
understand? If I have to help you do the breakdown, if I have to help you do the continuity sheets, we do it. But I'm not going to be on set with you. I will be doing other things with my life. Do you understand? I'll be doing other things. You get so highest job I can go for now that maybe you want me on your job is 2 days.
Okay.
Yes,
True.
2 days, 2 days max.
Today's max. Yeah, you did rest anyways. So that I'm wondering, how are you able to stay, consistent? Especially when it comes to you being a creator, because that's what you are. You just talked about having students. You also talked about having, one-on-one training with people or your students, like you said. How do you stay consistent in all of this? Because I know how content can be.
Mm.
I personally get bored and I'm not doing all of this. And also to the best of my knowledge, I know when it comes to the SFX makeup, it takes hours. And it takes hours for this to come to life and everything gets. So how do you stay consistent? What's your calendar like?
So first of all, I prepare my mind. My mind
Oh,
is the first thing I work on. If my mind is not set, nothing is set. If I
mm,
have to, yes, if I'm waking up in the morning, okay, Maris, what are you doing today? I check my calendar. If I don't have like jobs down, or if I don't have like anything scheduled, or maybe any paid gig schedule, that's okay. My this week we're going to create content, even though you have to create every day, or maybe you have to make in 5 days you have to drop like 4 content. Okay, what are you going to do? Then I start drafting out my content. Do you understand? If I'm doing SFX tutorials, I'll draft out, I'll write it down, I'll journal it down. Like, okay, this is the topic I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. If I have classes, I'm gonna make my videos down. I'll write out the topics that topics I'm gonna be teaching, to make my videos. Do you get? So just writing down, then I make sure I do everything. I tick it. I look at because me, I'm the kind of person that if I set down to do something, and if I don't get that thing done, I won't sleep. I shoot till 7 a.m. because to tell you, I shoot till 7 a.m. If I start shooting now, maybe it's 7 a.m. And another thing that I set myself, I use food to punish myself. If that's what I use again, food. I know I have to eat. Food is very important, right? The marriage you have to eat, but before you eat, you have to finish your job.
yeah.
So if you finish it, you're not eating, and you have to eat to have strength for the next one. So that's why I train myself. I train myself with food. So I have to work and do everything. I'll take water, I'll take my vitamins, but I have to do everything I have to do. Then balance, eat food, watch movie, and sleep. My day is good.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. Okay, I think I need to take my content serious because
Yes.
you've just really, really motivated me. You
Yeah,
really
you do.
motivated me, and that's now I am really concerned about what you do and the impact you have created so far. You know, you shared your stories somehow, and I think it was in a bid to get students for a class. And then you said you've come up with an idea to make the work, lesser for these people because when you started, it was hard
Yeah.
for you getting supplies, the right product for your work and everything. Now you have two kits. You have developed two
Yeah.
kits. How has that been for you? Has the whole market and everything?
Yeah. So people are reaching out. I got people reaching out. I want to make a post about it. Just that it's still in my,
Mhm.
because I have other videos. You understand? I have a write up of what I'm doing. So until it gets to your turn, you're not moving an inch. So I have lineup of my videos. So when it gets to each person's turn, even though
Okay.
if brand come, I'm telling brands I have 10 videos already. You won't have to come 11. I will not push my own because I want to give you a brand because I want to do it. Do you
Mhm.
understand? So I put
Mhm.
everything. I make sure I pick it because it works. My mind is already set to do it. So if I scatter it, it affects my mind. Yeah. So people have been
Okay.
reaching out to me to get it, the box. People have been reaching
Mhm.
out to me. And I'm trying to even host like maybe I don't know, maybe I'm thinking June. I'm trying to host like a 1 day free master class for that's me introducing like character makeup, right? Because I
Okay.
feel that more character, if you have more people that do character makeup and you do not just Ojuju Calabar, like create epic creatures. You understand? Epic
Yes.
creatures. Create, my not just Ojuju Calabar, like create things. Yeah,
I've not heard that
create
one in a
things.
long time.
Create things that, because I know people that come, man, this your creature is giving me ideas. Create things that will give our producer
Yes.
yeah. Like, man, I want
Yes.
to. Do you understand? That's what I'm going to. I want things that when they see, it will be giving them ideas of to create stories like that in Nigeria. So I'm trying to
So,
hold a master class.
oh, okay. Okay. No, go ahead, please. Your contact for your
So
masterclass.
I'm gonna host a master class for that, for the people that are actually a free master class, maybe a day master, maybe doing like 2 or 3 creatures, just to putting them into you have like a whole community so that stand helping each other, because I believe in sharing knowledge. I believe in helping each other. Because recently I've been backlashed by SFX artists are ganging up against me. I'm like, why are you guys ganging up against me?
Whoa, whoa. I
Yeah,
I think that's one of the angles of the job, right? That's one
yeah,
of the things you need to expect from the
yeah.
job.
Yes. People are sending me screenshots, people talking, even producers were sending my videos to SFS artists, telling them to use fufu. That this girl is using fufu and she's doing it like this. Why can't you using the same fufu to make the cost lesser for you guys? I'm like, that's another video I want to do. That video I've done already. I'm going to post it to debunk it,
Uh,
to tell them that fufu is just for practicals. That's what I use while putting practical. I don't use fufu on actors on set. It's not professionally advised to use on set. It's just for you to do
okay.
practicals. So when you start buying expensive products, because SMS products are expensive. When you start
Mm,
buying products, you already know how to do this thing. But if you use fufu to do a wound today, if you buy that expensive product, you get it. So it saves you money. It saves you
mm-hmm.
cleaning, and because you're
Yeah.
wasting your time. So that's why I teach them those things. Not using it on set. No, it's gonna melt. It's not doable because actors are moving. You are not moving. You're in your house. You're practicing. Actors are moving. Actors are having action. So if you do that, you end up looking like you don't know what you're doing.
True. So, why did you choose horror as your niche? Because you said I'm not a fan. I'm very scared of horror movies. Like that thing where you're watching a horror movie and then NEPA decides to interrupt the lights and you need to go to the kitchen to get something and you're saying, Lord of Jesus.
And
You start singing one. We are many. The nations are calling. Why did you choose horror? Why did you choose horror?
Horror films. I love horror films. I do
Oh,
horror films. I love anything horror. I love the fact that there's actually something that can make you jump, make you have that. Like, it doesn't think is it's beautiful. Like something that can make you have goosebumps, make you tense, make your heart beat. Oh my god! Sorry, let me bring my phone light. I have to go on the light now, but let's just see with this one. Yeah. Can you see me now? Hello?
I can see you. Yeah.
Just it's something that can make you like your heart to skip. I like it. I like it.
Oh,
It's
horror.
fun.
We're not horror people. We're not really horror people. Um, so you have chosen the part of horror, but then it all does it also mean that that's the only thing you could do, or you could still venture into other parts, like you're still good as in other parts aside horror?
Yeah, I can do anything. Anything creative, anything creating, I can do it. I can do anything. Anything creating, anything bringing creatures to life, anything, do anything. I do anything. I do it.
Okay, so let's get into the fun part. If you were to
Okay.
liken your love for SFX to a Nigerian dish, what would it be?
My love for SFX. Plantain,
Now, if
plantain
you're
and
to
egg.
liken your love for SFS, if you're to liken your love for SFS to a Nigerian dish, what dish would that be?
Plantain and egg forever.
So you just told me your best food like okay. Okay, so I was hoping to hear like the popular jollof rice, but I mean you dashed my hope. You said something out
Plantain and egg.
of the line. Amazing. Amazing. That's awesome.
My
All
best
right.
food.
Now, um, how are you trying to, impact? Because you said something while we were having our conversation on how difficult it is for SFS makeup artists in Nigeria because
Mhm.
people don't really see the whole creative need for it. And they would rather go for like the cheaper stores. We just mentioned Ojudu Calabar, Ojudu Calabar kind of effect. What, in a bit to you, what are you actually doing to help solve this issue?
Like you said, if you go for cheaper one, they'll give you cheaper options. I don't know if you saw that bar cap trending, that film that they did the bar cap. I don't know if you saw it. That the bar
No,
cap
no,
was
no.
different from. I don't. Okay, so
Oh,
there's
okay. Yes, yes, yes. I saw it. I did. I
that
saw it.
that is you going for a cheaper one.
Hmm.
You see how it got black backlash. So there's one of my friends, there's one of my colleague that now use my because I've done thousands of bar cap installation. So my colleague now used my video as an instruction for her that this is the good bar cap
Hmm.
installation. So if you go for a cheap one, you get cheap one. You understand? It won't look realistic. If you go for good one, you get good one. That's it. Just like you buying a back and you're buying original. It won't. When the movie comes out, people are like, what's it be this? Don't you see film? They say, "Ah, which kind of blood be this one? Which kind of SFX be this one?" You don't watch those kind of films. It's not believable. It won't sell because makeup is actually very important in telling story. Makeup is a tool in storytelling. This tool for in filmmaking for storytelling. It's very crucial, very important. You can use makeup to tell anything. You can use makeup to tell
True.
death. You can use makeup to tell fear. You can use makeup to tell sick person, old person. You can makeup is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't tell it well, your story will just look boring and flat, and people will start criticizing you. So it's that's it.
So where do we get to see you in? You said you've been doing this for 6 years or more.
Yes, I think
So the 10th
more.
year anniversary, what are we expecting? What are we expecting?
I won't be in this country.
Oh, okay, okay. She wants to take her talent to Japa, like, all right. Well, we're going to be celebrating with you over there. We're still rooting for you. We're rooting for, the SFX effect here in Nigeria. But before I get to close this, do you have mentors that you look up to, role models that you look up to in who maybe they're not Nigerians outside of Nigeria? Do you have people you look up to, those models? Like, okay, I think I want to be like this person, or I want to exceed this person, or this person has achieved certain milestones, broken boundaries. Who are those people if you would like to mention a few?
I don't think I have anybody like look up to. Like I really, like I said, when I started, I really did not have mentor. I really did not have, like, I don't really have like somebody that I look up to. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I feel like I've always believed in myself. I always believe that what you can do, I can do it. Do you understand? That's the strong
Mm-hmm.
belief I have in myself. I can do it. Do you understand? The only thing like stopping me in some aspect is this country that I am in. Because number one, they don't value creative, we don't shoot that kind of movies. We don't, just so many factors. Because I believe I can. I know I can do those things. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm envying, the only thing I'm looking up to is collecting my Oscars and collect. That's the only thing that's, and collecting my Emmy awards. That's the only thing. Like, I don't even fancy these their Nigeria awards. Like, I don't fancy the. I've never fancied it because I know the shit that goes down in all these things. Like, I've never fancied
Mm-hmm.
anything like Nigeria and stuff. When I see people that say, okay, they look up to this person, even people that say they look up to, I said, don't look up to me, oh, look up to yourself. Yourself should be the first person you look up to. Fine, you can get knowledge from me, but don't look up to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell people. You can actually, I get knowledge from people. I take something from you. Because when I meet somebody, I make sure I take something. If I give, I take. I don't just give. I make sure, especially when you meet people that are higher, that people that have been to other places, and when you come into a room, you gain something, you collect something. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Don't just go and be looking like a fool. No, collect something, collect knowledge, and use that knowledge. Use your own knowledge. Cook it like a goosey. Now eat it, balance, and eat it. Let it digest. Then you be productive. You produce something. That's what I've been doing, and so I'm not like looking over. I want to be like this person. No,
Oh,
I just get
okay.
knowledge from people, and I use it for myself, and I work towards getting better, and doing more and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, then we've had a beautiful conversation so far. The whole
Mm-hmm.
insights of how you started, what made you start, your love for horror SFX, not still holding you back because you can still do others. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being with us on Talent Talk and also telling me where your best food is. So maybe next time we want to cook, we have to make plantain and egg for you. All right.
Okay.
So before we end this conversation, we have a tradition with hailers, and we love our guests to always hail us. And it's actually a very simple way to do that.
Oh,
And that's what our logo stands for. That's you have your two hands in the air in form of a H, and you're saying like I hail you. So we want to get that I hail from one of the finest SFX glam makeup artists in Nigeria who has
thank
partnered with
you.
international brands, home-based brands as well. And yeah, it's here with us on Talent Talk. So yes, if Stella Maris is ready, we would like you to hail us, and then probably, we'll wrap up the show.
Okay. Hi, hello.
I
Mm,
hello.
you guys are
All
having so lovely to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. You guys are really doing a thing with creative, because we creative, we need to be known more. A lot of
right.
talent in Nigeria. And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. God bless you.
Thank you
And
so much. I hope when we knock on your doors again, when we knock on your door again, please, 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 because I think I might have to go back to my team and let them know that, okay, why don't we do, because we also do challenges, why don't we do an SFX makeup challenge and you get to be the judge? It would be amazing. So we might knock on your door again. But for
my daughter,
now, for me and the entire team, thank you so much for being with us.
you
I
too.
have a
I hear.
wonderful weekend.
Bye bye. Bye.